Hi, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Hassan Akmal. For a living, I help build dreams and witness their impact. I have been career coaching for 7 years, both independently and via a company called Career Strategies, as well as at higher education institutions all over the country. I'm launching a new workshop and program in the fall. It's entitled You Matter. It's open to undergraduates, graduates, as well as alumni. But before getting into what it's all about, I want to know about you. Wait, before reading any further, tell me something. What gets you up in the morning? In other words, what's your passion? You don't exactly know. Coffee. Well, yes, me too, but deeper than that. All right then, what's your purpose? Think about it for a moment. Wait. Don't tell me. First, I want you to watch this video. Yep, that video link that you see, click on it. Ready? You watched it. All right, I trust that you did. Now tell me, what motivates you? I'll tell you what motivates me. But first, what motivates you? I've had some pretty extensive training in resume writing, cover letter creation, the ability to tell stories in an interview so that employers remember you, job search, job development, you name it. For me, my training actually started many years before that with my older brother, Vice President of Product Development at DreamWorks. Yeah, he was tough. He was a tough critic, all right. He used to ask me, why should I hire you? And if I took more than 5 to 7 seconds to answer, he would say, you took too long, come back in 2 weeks. Tough coach. But little did I know he was helping me build a sound elevator pitch. All right, let's get to it. I'm going to be your career coach. Now that means a few things. First, I'm going to learn as much about you as I can. I'm going to ask you a lot of questions, some of which may sound odd at first, but may not be questions that may not be questions that you've heard of, or questions that you're used to having people ask. But I want to assure you that I am not being nosy. What I want is to learn as much about you as possible so I can advocate for you as best I can. In fact, some of my students call me Jerry Maguire. Believe it or not, I'm on the phone vouching for them for employers, and one of them said, Hassan, I got the job and you're my Jerry Maguire. Yep, I felt like their agent. All right. But by knowing the details, by knowing your salary, I can develop an understanding of what types of job leads that will best, what are the job leads that will best meet your needs. And I don't want to waste my time, and I don't ever want to waste your time with job leads that are just beneath you or temporarily out of your reach. Same with your GPA. I want to make sure I can appropriately advise you to take an offer or to try to negotiate a better offer. In fact, I might even help you negotiate, right, with employers when we're looking for that target salary. I want to know all about your network of friends, of associates, so I can advise you on how to best utilize your network to maximize your chance of finding a position and to speed up that process, right? To speed up that process if possible. And what about mentors, coaches, enablers, promoters? Those are all important too. Second, once I know a lot about you, I'm going to use my experience and give some advice on improving your resume, your cover letters, a portfolio, work samples, in fact, thank you letters as well. Now, I'm going to warn you, every person you meet will have a different opinion on what a resume should look like. You need to ask yourself, who is managing your career? You need to make that decision. Don't be surprised if I contradict what someone else has told you, or even that another career advisor contradicts me. It's your ultimate job to listen to these differing opinions and come up with a set of documents that you own and you are responsible for. I will say that I routinely review dozens of resumes. I've probably seen a good 5,000 plus in my life. I have a good feel for what works. And I have also received specific training on aspects of cover letter and resume writing that are aligned with what you're looking for. Third, I will also give you some specific feedback on your interviewing skills. We may do a mock interview, we may do many mock interviews. Often I meet people who believe they have really strong skills. They tell me they don't need to interview, but sure enough, they haven't interviewed in 10 years. But only the mock interview can really reveal sometimes one or two bad examples that can derail an interview. Yep, that's it. That's all you need. A couple red flags and you've lost it. Again, I do this for a living. I do it a lot, and I want nothing more than to help you realize your career goals. It's all about compassion, I tell my team, not just about passion. We got to have compassion for our students, and we do. So fourth, I'm here to help you do these things quickly. In today's economy, every dollar of income that goes to you is immensely important. I'll be sourcing job leads pretty much every day. Some will apply to you, some will apply to other graduates. But when one does fit your background, we need to move fast. So I may ask you to work on that resume the same night, to call me tomorrow, or to tell you to drive by an employer's office the night before an interview so you know where it is and how long it'll take to get there. We don't want to risk you being late, right? That's the kiss of death. If an applicant doesn't move quickly, we will run the risk of losing a job to someone else who simply moved faster, right? These employers are posting at a number of universities, right? So I will do my job and make sure I refer you to that employer so that they don't reach out to other universities, or at least I'll beat them to the punch, right? So speed is of the essence. And from our end of the spectrum, we call it speed to referral. Last thing, I'm going to ask you that every time we meet, you treat it as if it were an interview. Professionalism is really important. Here's why. I sometimes have graduates who believe that dressing up means dressing like you're going out on a Saturday night. But that's not quite right. If you treat this as an interview, and I see evidence that you dress appropriately, bathe daily, are well-groomed, sit professionally, open the doors for others, are courteous, somebody that I would want on my team, that's important, right? At that point, I know that you are aware and do these things in a manner that benefits you. Now, if I don't see these things, then we have to have a discussion. And we may waste time covering things that you really already know. Does that sound okay? All right, let's learn a little bit more about you. What do you do for a living now? What is your current job? What do you like about it? What don't you like? What is important about your next job? Is it a bridge job? Is it the job you want? Is it a career? You know that passion is the difference between finding a job and finding a career, right? So is it a career you're looking for? Or is it career alignment? Let's focus on career alignment. What about the size of the company? Small, mid-size, big? I once had a student that wanted a job within a 10-mile radius that paid $100,000, that was a Fortune 50 company, and the list went on and on and on. Let's be realistic. What type of position do you want? Is it generalist? Is it specialized? Are you willing to travel? How much? Locally? Regionally? Nationally? I always look locally first, personally. But would you relocate? And what would make you relocate? Salary, job type, maybe a relocation package? Benefits? How much of a commute are you willing to do? Do you have reliable transportation, in fact? What do you currently earn? If you're not working, how are you getting your money? Is someone supporting you? How is that person responding at the moment? Let's say you make $60,000 a year. How much do you need in your next job? What was your approximate GPA? Were you Dean's List? Did you graduate with honors? Who were your favorite faculty members? What were your favorite classes? Tell me about your social capital, because that's what it comes down to, right? Church, friends, family at different companies, relatives, volunteer activities, current promotional opportunities at work. Tell me about your network. And tell me, what else do I need to know about you? You may be wondering why I went into so much depth. The answer is simple. Why? Because you matter. For a couple of minutes, I want you to stop worrying about interviewing with employers. I know it has been a while. I know. You're a little rusty, sure. But an integral component of my mission and my vision as a career services professional is focusing on the value of self-exploration and connecting passion to purpose. The You Matter program is deliberate in helping students Interview, INNERVIEW. Interview themselves with the important message of finding your true ambition. In fact, I believe in it so much that I used to have my staff. I made t-shirts for my staff, and on the back of our career services shirts, it said, "Find your true ambition. Career services." That was our tagline. So this program is not only for you, but it's for my team. After all, it is a professional development series. Thus, the goal is that it benefits everyone. And we are currently building the modules for each workshop, and we can't wait. It's going to highlight everything from exploring your limiting beliefs to the question of what keeps you up at night. The program aims to really inspire each student to ask questions, to challenge assumptions, to take risks, and use each experience they encounter at the university, at the college, as sounding boards on their journey. That's right, every job is like a living laboratory. It helps students understand that, and it helps them identify those limiting beliefs. And embedded in this challenge is the ability to really understand yourself, your understanding of happiness and meaning. It also redirects students to more critical thinking. And you know, critical thinking is self-directed, it's self-disciplined, it's self-monitored, and it's self-corrective thinking. And you know, employers are looking for that these days, along with analytical skills and a lot more. The goal is that students become mindful in shaping and designing their educational experiences to better understand themselves and evolve a worldview forward that will help them make the right decisions in the search for career alignment. Stay tuned. I can't wait to explore this with you further. Until then, I'm leaving you with these 3 words. Take ownership now. Take ownership now of your career developmental path. And remember, everyone has a purpose. It's developed from your passion. And when one is on point with their purpose, it can help change the world for the better. Thank you.